In this barn is an IROC-Z Camaro, one of the most famous muscle cars from the 80s. But after its owner passed away, it was left to his brother who had no idea how to fix it. So today, we're going to help him by transforming it into one that looks brand new. So we went to meet up with the owner who showed us where the car was stored.
That's an IROC-Z.
Yep.
Wow, what year is it?
86.
Now this isn't just any car. IROC stands for International Race of Champions, a racing series where some of the world's best drivers competed against each other in identically prepared Camaros, inspiring the name of this IROC-Z. Now it's time to get to work.
All right, now we have to move the IROC-Z out of the garage, but here is the issue. The car is on these wheel dollies that can move side to side when you push from the back. Look how close together these two cars are. We're gonna have to be really careful when we push this Camaro out. Wow, there's so much stuff here. I'm worried about it falling on the car. I'll be careful. Oh man, it's stuck in the crack. How are we gonna get out of there?
But getting this thing to actually move wasn't as easy. So we came up with an idea.
Will the car roll?
If we blow the tires up.
So we aired up the tires, hoping for an easy roll. No luck. The steering wheel was completely locked. We needed the keys, which meant digging through a giant box of random ones, almost like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Well, no, this one might be it. I'm not sure. We have too many keys, and none of them fit. Yeah, I'll give you those.
This might be, who knows, might get lucky.
Oh, this is the right one.
Oh, you got the right one over there?
Yeah, well, this worked for the door, so try that square one in the ignition.
Awesome.
We finally found the match. We slid the key in, went to turn it, and
No?
nothing. The ignition was frozen solid. This car was fighting us every single step of the way.
That's the right key, but why won't it turn the lock cylinder? Feels like the steering wheel lock is gummed up. None of the 10 keys that we tried on this car are working, but we're not gonna give up. We're gonna call a locksmith and come back on a different day and get this car out of here.
We came back the next morning with a locksmith and we finally got this Camaro out of the dark. Now the real work starts. This guy deserves to see his brother's car at its absolute best, and a dirty exterior hides its true value. It's time to add thousands of dollars to its final appraisal.
Actually, it's all going to probate, unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah, there was
okay.
no will, so unfortunately it's gonna go to probate and then it'll go to my mom.
Okay, and is she doing all right, or?
She's doing okay, but she is in a nursing home.
Gotcha. Oh, that's very expensive.
Yeah.
We finally made it back to the shop after that key fiasco, but now that the car is here, we actually found out something crazy. This car only has 18,692 miles. And I believe those miles are original because the bolster has no wear on it, and neither does the brake pedal or the accelerator. Which means that as this car sits, it's probably worth anywhere from $6,000 to $7,000. But once it's detailed and running and driving again, this car could bring over 20 grand at auction. And that extra money could really help out Chris and his mom. But we only have 3 days to get this car detailed and running and driving because the auction is coming up soon, which means we need to get to work. And the first thing we're gonna do is remove this louver off the back window, but we're gonna have to be careful because plastic from the 80s is known to crack, and these louvers are really expensive. Time to take the first bolt out. Oh, these aren't screws. These are actually, oh my gosh, that would have been really bad. I think that these actually act as pins or clips, so you just turn them a little bit to release them. Yeah, you see that? You see how it tightened up? All right. Man, that could have been really bad. There's one. I think this one's already open. Yep. Can you imagine if I took the impact there and just blew them apart? Oh man, I think that one's open too. Let's try this one. I think that's it. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, I have to be really careful up here. It's really difficult because I can't see in there. Oh. 3, 2. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and vacuum out the jams of the trunk because there's a lot of debris that is, whoa. I think these pistons are completely shot. This trunk does not wanna stay open. For now, we're just gonna use this stand to hold this hatch open, but we are definitely gonna have to replace these because they are totally broken. Now we're gonna vacuum up the leaves that are underneath the hood, but I'm prepared now because if my suspicion is correct, yeah, this one's toast too.
But we can't leave it like this. If we want to maximize its true value, everything must be absolutely flawless.
All right, to remove the hood struts, I just have to pull off the clip, and this should just pop right out. Nice and easy. All right. Easy peasy. And then the new one should just pop in like this. Bam. 1 down, 3 to go. All right, and there's 2. Let's see if it worked. The moment of truth. While we're at it, we're just gonna go ahead and put on brand new wiper blades too. Moving on to the tires, we obviously have a lot of dirt and blooming, as well as brake dust on the wheels. And we need to clean that up so that we can see if the tires are dry rotted and if they need replaced. One of the most annoying unforeseen costs that pop up in life are when you're told that you need new tires during an oil change. And if you don't have money for tires, it can cause a lot of anxiety because having bald tires is a safety hazard when you're driving. And thanks to this video sponsor, Clover, there's a way that you can access your paycheck before payday with 0 fees or 0 interest. And we just found out that our employee Ivan needs new tires for his car, and he's been complaining about how he doesn't have the money. So this week, we are going to act as if we are Clover and let him know that he can access $400 from his paycheck early, but now we're just gonna give him the money. I'm gonna take a quick walk to go find Ivan down at the warehouse and give him his money. But in the meantime, I'll tell you a little bit about Clover. Clover is a financial app that's designed to give users faster and smarter access to their money without the predatory practices or hidden fees that are associated with payday loans, which means that you can advance up to $400 from your paycheck without being penalized. All right, where is Ivan? Oh, there he is. Hello, Ivan, I have a question for you. What if you could access up to $400 from your paycheck early without any interest or penalties?
I'd buy those tires I need for my car.
That's a good answer. So here's the $400 from your paycheck, but we're not gonna take it out of your paycheck. It's a bonus.
Awesome, thank you.
RJ from the future here, and Clover actually changed how much cash you can access from your paycheck. Now you can access up to $750 from your paycheck, and that means we have to go give Ivan $350 more. So let's go do it. Ivan, come over here. So Clover changed the amount of money that you can pull from your paycheck, so here's $350 more.
Are you serious?
And if you could use a little extra cash to cover tires or another unforeseen expense that you incur, check out Clover by scanning the QR code on this screen or clicking the link in the description so that they know that WD sent you. Thank you so much to Clover for sponsoring this video, but now let's get back to detailing this wheel. Now that the tires are clean and dry, I don't see any signs of dry rot, and they look to be in pretty good shape. So I think now it's time we move on to the wash.
But with all that being said, if you're looking for somebody who will detail your car with absolute respect as well, look no further because we just launched a brand new website where you can find that in your area. All you have to do is scan the QR code on screen to go to wddetailconnect.com. And if you put your zip code in, it'll show you all the detailers in your area, what they do, and if they're a good match for you. While the foam goes to work, let's talk about how crazy people were for this exact car. Back in the day, the IROC-Z was so highly desired that it actually became one of the most stolen vehicles in America. People literally risked going to jail just to get behind the wheel of one of these. Today, we're doing the opposite. We're saving one. What do you guys think this car will be worth by the time we're done with it and we have our appraiser come take a look?
Now we're gonna clay bar the car and use our iron remover to make sure that there's no contaminants in the paint for when we go to polish later. Now moving on to the engine bay. Look how good those hood struts work. The engine is actually in really good shape. It's relatively clean and I don't see any plugs or wires that are chewed up by rodents. So that's a good sign for getting this car running and driving later.
Yeah, we were dead wrong. Stick around because getting this forgotten car to finally start again ended up being the hardest part of the entire video.
So we're gonna go ahead and degrease the engine, scrub it, rinse it, and then come back after the wash and see if this baby will run. And I'm sure you guys have all been waiting for the announcement of the winner of our Z06. And here it is. His name is Oliver B. from Williamstown, New Jersey. And we're about to call him right now and congratulate him.
Hello?
Hi, is this Oliver B?
Yes.
All right, well, you're the man I'm looking for. This is RJ from WD Detailing / WD Auto Supply. And I
know who you are.
I have some good news for you. Do you want to guess what it might be?
Don't play with me right now.
I'm not kidding one bit. You're the winner of the Z06. Congratulations.
Nuh-uh.
You're the winner, man.
This
Congratulations.
better not be AI.
It is not AI. This is 100% RJ from WD Detailing, and you're 100% the winner of this. And there you have it, guys. That is the winner of the Z06. Congratulations to Oliver, and thank you to everyone who entered. And stay tuned because next week we start the next giveaway.
To wrap up day one, we're gonna see if this engine's gonna turn over and if this car is gonna run, because if there's parts that we need to order, we only have a couple days to get them in and get them installed so we can bring this car back running and driving for the auction. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and check the oil. We do have oil. Oil actually looks pretty good. Next, we'll go ahead and check the coolant reservoir, see if there's anything in there. Ugh, it stinks and there's not much in there and it's super dirty. So I think I'm actually gonna suck that out and then put in some fresh coolant. Let me go ahead and do that right now. All right, let me go get some fresh coolant. Yeah, definitely need a phone next time. The next thing we're gonna do is drain all the old fuel out of the tank and put fresh fuel in. I don't think there's any fuel in this car, which would be a very good sign. That's great. Now we're cooking with gas. You know, one day when I'm a dad, I'm gonna have some really good jokes. All right, so we went ahead and put a fresh battery in. Now I'm just gonna tickle the key and see if she'll turn over. All right, she sounds good. I'm gonna give her a little bit of gas and see if she'll fire up. I don't think she's getting fuel. Ooh. That's why we tested this on day one, so that we can have our mechanic come and troubleshoot the issue a bit later. But that's it for today. Tomorrow, we'll move on to the interior. All right, it's day two, and we're gonna get started on detailing the interior while we wait for the mechanic so we can figure out why this car will not start. First thing though, I'm gonna go ahead and remove these T-tops so that we can remove the seats easier.
Just be super careful because we do not want to break those.
Yeah.
They don't know what happened yet, but
They don't know what
find out.
happened. They'll find out in a future video. We made a little mistake with a T-top. It cost us a lot of money. All right. I gotta say, these are really easy to remove compared to other T-tops. Sometimes there's like 3 latches. This is just one simple one right by your hand. Bada boom, bada bing, they're off. Let's go remove the seats. All right. Ugh.
What's the heaviness rating?
Not bad. There's no motor in the bottom of the seat, so it's pretty light. When you have power seats, it adds a lot of weight to the seat. Now this one is a power seat.
I also noticed that we're missing a back seat here.
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
Hopefully we can find it in the trunk. If not, we're gonna have a half-finished interior.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have time to go and get a replacement seat, and I bet it's in that garage somewhere, but we're running out of time. Ugh. Nice and clean under there. And after further review of the trunk, we do not have a rear seat cushion. Rats. All right, now time to clean out the center console. This looks like a Chinese finger trap, but not a very good one. And a hammer from, looks like the 1800s. Bonk, bonk. Oh, no. Is that, oh, I thought they glued it on there on purpose. What the heck? All right, I was trying to get the change out of the center console, but these coins are stuck in the center console. They're almost like they're glued there on purpose. Oh, maybe not. I don't know, that looks like a glue mark. Let me see. I think they glued them on there on purpose.
Why would they do that though?
I don't know, but we're gonna try and steam those off later to remove them because I don't think I can remove them by hand.
Making the outside shine is one thing, but to maximize the true value of this build, the cabin needs to be flawless. Right now, it's telling the wrong story. It's time to grab the brushes and the steam cleaner because we're not just cleaning a car today, we're bringing his brother's memory back to its former glory. Getting that interior back to life took way longer than we expected, but with only 1 day left on the clock, we couldn't go home just yet. We still had one massive problem to solve, and for a job like this, you need to know a guy.
To wrap up day 2, our mechanic Adam finally showed up.
Say hello to Adam. He is exactly the guy you need when a car refuses to wake up.
And he's going to hopefully help us get this car running and driving because we only have 1 day left before we have to take it back to the owner. Now, Adam, I've already done a little bit of troubleshooting, and I'm pretty sure that the fuel pump on this car is bad.
First thing for us to do is just to look over the wiring, make sure it's getting power. And if that's the case, I think you're right.
No time to waste, let's get to work.
All right, so right here's the fuel pump relay. And if we take this off, we'll be able to see key on real quick there, RJ. So this should show us power. So we have 12 volts coming in. Go ahead and key on again.
I left it on.
So if we watch this, so you can see it goes up to 12 volts and then comes back down, so it's trying to prime. So we have power going in here, and the other thing we can do is we can throw power to the wire going to the fuel pump, and that'll tell us that the pump's bad and the relay's not bad. We went ahead and put power to that wire, don't hear anything. So this is the Schrader valve on the fuel rail, so if we press this and fuel comes out, that's a really good sign. As you can see, nothing's coming out. So that fuel pump is 100% dead. We need to swap it out. Let's get it over the lift and let's start dropping the tank.
So how hard is it to change the fuel pump on one of these?
Well, you got kind of two options. You got the easy, fast way, and that's to actually cut a hole into the floor pan in the trunk to get access to the top.
Into the metal?
Into the metal.
We can't do that. This car's way too nice.
And the other option is we actually have to swing down the rear axle and fish out the tank and get to all that. And that's a little bit more time consuming, but it's the best way, and look at how beautiful this car is. I think it's the right direction.
Why did Chevy just make like a cap that you can take off to change it?
I don't know.
All right, let's go forward a little bit. You know, Adam, I'm a big fan of cars that drive.
This one will drive.
I think so. Help, Brent, can you crank it and help?
No.
Put the camera down and help, dude. Ugh.
Getting on the lift was a workout, but once it was up, Adam already had a game plan.
We got to remove the exhaust. The fuel tank is located directly above the exhaust. We got to remove the shocks, the springs, the sway bar end links, and then we'll be able to swing the rear end down. That'll give us enough room to then slide the gas tank out. This car is so clean.
You want it?
Of course I do.
We just ran into a problem.
I was going to take the wheel off. We have a special socket needed for the one lug nut.
I don't think we found that in the interior.
So I say we call RJ and see if he's found it and hid it from us.
Yep.
Do you know where the wheel lock socket is?
For this car?
No, for the other one in the shop.
Do you guys know where it is, or?
No, we don't know where it's at.
Oh man, that's not good news because I didn't find one anywhere in the car. You know what? Check in the trunk, maybe where the jack would be.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
I really hope this is in here. Anything?
There's that,
That's not it.
and I don't know what that is, but that's not a wheel lock socket. The other place we can look is where the spare tire is. All right, so we got to remove these plastic screw things and gain access to in here, and we can only hope that we find it.
Wait, so if you get a flat tire, they make it this hard to get your spare out?
Yeah, because you don't want to be looking at that. You're cruising around in your IROC. You got to look cool. Just look at me. I cruise around in an IROC and I look cool.
Adam is basically the encyclopedia of Camaros. We were sweating over a missing part, and he was just happily spitting out random IROC
It's an
trivia.
inflate-a-spare.
You ever seen one of these, Brett?
No, I haven't.
It's collapsed and you actually inflate it when you put it on. This way it takes up a lot less room.
That's cool. But is the key in there?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I don't see anything. It's gonna just remove the tire. There's a box underneath. This is kind of cool that all this stuff is still in here.
Does it make it worth a little more money at auction?
Of course, being all original. So look at that. That's the refillable tire inflator. So once you put this thing on, you attach that canister and this thing will blow up and to be a normal spare tire.
That's pretty cool.
Well, it's not a box. It's a piece of plastic to hold up the tire.
Nothing?
Nothing.
What do we do?
We're probably gonna have to work around them. Make the job a little bit harder, but not impossible.
With less than 24 hours left on the clock, things got intense.
All right, so we swung the axle down, and then now we can get our springs out of here. And we don't technically have to remove them, but they'll get us out of our way. and make it easier to work on. Next step is going to be the exhaust and this crossbar up here. Let's keep moving. See, this is the problem I thought I was going to run into. With the scissor lift being where it's at, I can't quite get this thing to maneuver around enough to be able to get it to come out.
But right on cue, RJ showed up, and we needed an extra pair of hands now more than ever.
You didn't tell me to put on my safety goggles. Oh, God. Wow. This is... Now I see why people just cut the hole. Man, I can't wait till we get our new lift.
See, my side can come down. It's stuck on your side now. Hang on. Let me take a look.
Oh.
You see what I'm fighting?
I see now. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Okay. If I actually turn this... No, it's really close.
This thing fought us every single inch of the way, but with some extra muscle and pure determination, it finally dropped out.
Let's wiggle. Is it out? Oh.
You good?
Yep. Ready, grab your fill bag. All right, and... Oh, I went for the high five and he died on me.
All this work just to get to this to change that fuel pump.
But we have absolutely no time to lose. Let's get straight to work.
There it is. We're gonna go ahead and pump out all this old gas in this tank, look at the tank really well, and then install the new fuel pump. Putting in the new fuel pump and sending unit.
New fuel pump installed. Thank God. Everything was going back together. This brand new part won't let us down, right?
We are installing the fuel tank.
Now it's time to put this thing back. Hopefully it doesn't give us as many issues as it did coming out. That was so easy. What the heck?
I guess when it's 30 pounds lighter, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, we should have drained the tank before we took it out. All right, now for the moment of truth, we're gonna key the car on and see if we can hear the new pump.
Nothing. That's not a good sign.
You sure you just don't have earwax in your ears?
I don't think so. Well, let me test something real quick.
Keys on?
Oh, I got power down here
Like to the pump or?
to the plug coming out of the body, so where the pump plugs into.
Are you saying that the pump that's in there might be a dud?
It's very possible. The only way to know is to pull the tank back out of it.
Oh, God. We probably should have tested the pump we were putting in there before. Oh,
She's dead.
that one's dead.
It's something with the new pump. I didn't look over how they had it wired. It's possible maybe they wired the thing wrong. And I just plugged everything in as it was supposed to be. So let's go ahead and pull it back out and see what we're working with.
Well, we don't have much more daylight, so let's try to get this done quick. All right, time to remove the pump for the
Second time.
second time. Whoa, that sounded dangerous, Adam.
With time running out, having to take it all apart again is the absolute last thing we needed. But we had to rip it out and find out why this part failed us.
Plug came undone.
Oh my gosh. All right, can we test it before we put this thing back in? I'm insisting because I'm sweaty and it's 10 o'clock at night.
It works.
I mean, okay, that's better than it not working and me having to drive an hour and a half to go get another one because that's how far I had to drive to get this one.
We'll double check it before we put it all the way back in the car.
I like that idea.
Unless you want to be risky.
No. Enough. I've had enough risk for today.
You haven't lost a finger. Have you ever actually worked on anything? Or,
Well, you got all your fingers.
I'm short on this one.
Well, you are a real mechanic.
All right, so gray to red, black to black.
All right, beam me up, Scotty.
Gray to red.
That's red, right? Oh,
We got power.
all right, I'll take it. Let's put this thing back in and see if this thing's gonna start. All right, let's see if it turns on from the key now. 3, 2.
Yep, good. Go ahead and turn it off. Perfect.
Let's hook up the fuel lines, pour some gas in, and see if this car's gonna start.
After a long struggle, it was finally time for the test. We crossed our fingers, turned the key, and well, just see for yourself.
Hang on a couple more times before you crank it. Let's get good fuel pressure up here.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
It seems like a couple banks aren't getting fuel.
Yeah, this is something very similar to what I ran into. And it turns out that only 3 out of the 8 injectors were actually working. Just crank it one more time.
Maybe they just need lubed up a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well that's better. Come on, baby.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
All right, well, we're not gonna be able to get the injectors tonight, so I guess I'll grab them first thing in the morning and we'll replace them and cross our fingers.
Yeah, I think that's the case. The only thing that sucks about these cars is you have to pull the intake apart because there's the fuel rail and there's the injectors. So you gotta pull this upper plenum off and get to everything underneath to be able to swap those in and out.
But we can just put new gaskets on and call it a day?
Yep.
It's better than a head gasket, right?
Oh, way better.
There was no room for error if we wanted to finish by tomorrow, so we ended the day pouring our hearts into the final polish. We were completely drained, but seeing that crazy gloss finally break through made the pain disappear. The owner is going to be absolutely blown away. And just like that, we're moving into day 3. Time is critically short, but thanks to Adam putting in work this morning, our crazy 3-day restoration plan might actually pull through. Drop some love for him in the comments. Let's make sure he knows we appreciate the hustle.
All right, the car is all polished and Adam finished installing all the injectors. And unfortunately, he had to leave, but he did say that if I turn the key, this car will run and drive. So here goes nothing.
That was easy.
There we go.
Oh man,
What?
there's a bunch of stuff on the ground back here.
What kind of stuff?
Like a
what
mouse.
the heck?
But it sounds good.
It does sound good. Sounds like it's cammed. Blub, 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 blub. All right, here goes nothing. The first drive. We got brakes, throttle feels good, and off we go. Yeet. Sounds really good, but we are running late and we have to go and surprise the owner as well as meet the appraiser to see how much value we added to the IROC-Z.
But before we make that happen, let's take one last look at this absolute masterpiece.
All right, we are back with the owner, Chris, and the car is in our trailer in the driveway. Are you ready to see it?
Oh, I'm excited to see it, yeah.
What's your expectation?
I don't know. It's been sitting a long time. It's been sitting, what do you say, over 25, almost 30 years? 30 years, I think.
Wow.
So, yeah, I don't know.
It looks pretty good for sitting for 25 years. So let's stop chit-chatting. Let me go and back the trailer up and show you.
All right, great. Sounds good. Wow. Wow, that looks great.
What do you think?
That looks awesome.
Looks a little bit better than it did before, huh?
Yeah. Wow, that looks crazy good.
Does it remind you of back in the day when your brother used to drive it around?
Yeah, absolutely.
But we had one more trick up our sleeve. We called in a pro appraiser to put a real price tag on this build. It's time to find out what this thing is actually worth now.
We are here with the certified appraiser, John, from Bulletproof Performance, and he just went ahead and looked around the whole entire car. But before he gives his estimates to what the car is worth to what it is now, Chris, what do you think it might be worth at this point?
I really have no idea.
That's not really a value, but we'll go from there. All right. Basically, we took a look at the car before. The car had some needs. Obviously, it needed some cleanup and some cosmetic restoration. I would say beforehand, probably a $4,000 to $6,000 car because it's basically a project for the next guy. In current condition, I mean, you're still sitting on Gatorback tires, the T-top. It's got the $695 IROC-Z option. In current condition, I'm gonna say between 20 and 22,000.
I mean, that's exactly what we were hoping for. I mean, we were hoping for 3xing the value of the car for your mom, but you know, if it would have gone for 4 and now it's going for 22, what is that, 5.5xing?
You can do that math.
Hardly. Amazing. Well, I'm going to count that as a job.
Awesome.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for the trust in this. I know it was a little bit of a hassle getting it out of the barn, and hopefully we're able to do some good for your mom and help her out. And like I said, just thank you so much for the trust here.
Yep, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for what we have next week as we're flying across the country for this next video, so you can bet that's a good one.